let's see how we can connect to SFTP in LaunchWP. So I have already connected my server. I have installed my site. Now I'm just going to connect to the code base using the SFTP. So I'm on LaunchWP dashboard. I'll just click on the site that I want to connect to, and then scroll down to the SFTP option. So from here, we can get the credentials we need to connect to SFTP. So for connecting to SFTP, you need to have a, SFTP client installed on your device. So for example, for me, it's FileZilla. So for your case, it might be FileZilla, it might be CyberDuck, or whatever the case is. You can just use any SFTP or FTP client. But for me, for this example, I'll be using FileZilla. So I have the SFTP client installed. I'll come back to the LaunchWP. So over here, I have the host that I need to add in the when connecting to SFTP. I have the port, I have the username, and the path in which the WordPress is installed. And over here, I can add key pairs, which is the SSH key pairs. So I'll just show you in a moment how to generate those. But for now, let's use these credentials to fill up our connection details. So I'll just open up, create a new site. So I'll just name it LaunchWP demo. So for the protocol, we'll just set it to SFTP because it's all SFTP. There is no FTP connection in LaunchWP. So it's all done via the SFTP. For the host, it should be the one that I just copied from here. For the port, I'll just click here to copy and then come here and paste it in the port. For the username, I'll just copy this, come back over here. For the login tab, it should be the key file. So there is no password you can use to connect to SFTP. You need to connect it via the SSH key files, which is much more secure than passwords. So in the user, I'll just paste the user that I just copied from here. And then in the key file path, we need to add the key file, the SSH key file. So for doing that, I'll just click add key pair. And over here, it will show instructions. How can I generate my own key pair? So I'll just copy this command. So this step one is to copy this command and run it on the on your device. So you do not need to connect to any server or anything. You just need to run it on your device. So I'll just open up my CMD or command prompt. So for your case, if you're on Mac, it might be different, but for me, it is the default command prompt of the Windows. I'll just paste this command and click enter. So it's asking for the path in which I want to save my key. So in your case, if you already have a key on this path, you can just change it to any other path you want. But for me, I don't have, so I'll just go with this default one. I'll just click enter. For the passphrase, I'll leave it empty. So you shouldn't enter a passphrase over here because it can cause issues later on. So I'll just click enter over here without entering any passphrase. I'll just do the same again. So it generated the SSH key pair. So this process generated two files, which is the first is a private key and the second is a public key. So the private key will be this one, ID underscore RSA, and the public key will be ID underscore RSA dot PUB. So this is the public path and this is the private key file. So in LaunchWP, you just need to upload or copy and paste the contents of the public file because the private remains with you. It's just you. You do not share it with anyone. So that is just used to authenticate to the server. So you just need to upload or paste the contents of the public file. So I will just copy this path, come back to LaunchWP. So I'll just open up like a text editor. I'm just using Sublime for this example. So you can just do it via the file manager. I'm just going to open this path simply. So I'll just click open file. So over here, I'll just enter the path, switch to replace the slashes. So this is the public key. So we shouldn't use the public key. We need to open up the open file, come back over here, and then okay. So this is the public key. Yeah. So this is the public key. So we need to copy all the contents of this file. So I'll just click select all and then copy. Come back to LaunchWP. Name a key pair. So I'll just name it my SFTP demo. And then in the public key contents, I'll just paste it and then click create. So this will add the public key to the server, and then you can use the private key to authenticate to the SFTP requests. So the key has been added successfully. I'll just come back to FileZilla and select the private key, which should be this one. So in the FileZilla, you should select the private key, and when uploading to the LaunchWP, it should be the public key. So I'll just come back to the FileZilla. I'll just click browse. And over here, I'll just click all files in case it's not showing for you. And this is the file that I want to connect with, this one, which has no pub. So this is the ID underscore RSA. So this is a private file, so you shouldn't share it with anyone. I'll just click open and then click connect. And then if I want to add it to the cache, I just click OK. And here am I. So I'm just connected to the SFTP of my site, which is test4. Which is test3.winijub.com. So if I come back over here, so this is the site of the SFTP that I am connected with. So the WordPress is installed on the /webroot path. As you can see, the path is /webroot. So this is the whole code base of my site. So this is how we can connect to SFTP in LaunchWP. It's simple. You just need to generate a key file because using password is not secured as using a key file. So we have restricted using the password. So you can only connect to SFTP using a public and private key pair. You can just generate the key pair and use it to connect to the SFTP using any SFTP client, either it be CyberDuck or FileZilla. So that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Any suggestions would be really appreciated. Thank you so much.